Hello and welcome to Silvercare Daily, your go-to channel for trusted health tips and advice designed especially for seniors over 60. Here's a surprising fact. Did you know that nearly 1 in 3 adults over the age of 60 experience leg weakness, chronic joint pain, or balance issues? These problems don't just make everyday activities harder, they significantly increase the risk of falls, which can lead to serious injuries and loss of independence. Now, what if I told you that one of the hidden causes of this problem might be some of the fruits you eat every day? Yes, even fruits that are often considered healthy and essential for a balanced diet. It sounds unbelievable, right? But certain fruits contain high amounts of natural sugars and acids that can actually trigger inflammation, weaken muscles, and damage joints over time, especially in older adults. If you've been feeling weaker in your legs, struggling with stiffness, or noticing more pain in your knees and ankles lately, this video is for you. Before we jump into the details of the 7 worst fruits for your leg health, please take a moment to like this video, share it with friends or family members who are over 60, and subscribe to Silvercare Daily. That way, we can keep bringing you valuable tips to help you stay strong, mobile, and independent as you age. Alright, let's get started and find out which fruits you should avoid to protect your leg strength and maintain your freedom for years to come. Let's start with bananas, commonly seen as a healthy snack, but they can actually cause issues with leg strength in seniors. Bananas are often praised as a nutritious and easily accessible snack, rich in potassium, fiber, and several essential vitamins that generally support good health. However, when it comes to seniors, especially those aged 60 and above, bananas can sometimes present hidden challenges, particularly concerning leg strength and muscle function. This is mainly because bananas are high in starch and natural sugars. A medium-sized banana typically contains about 14 grams of sugar, which is enough to cause a rapid increase in blood glucose levels. For many older adults, insulin sensitivity decreases naturally with age, meaning their bodies are less efficient at regulating these quick spikes in blood sugar. This can result in a sudden energy surge followed by a sharp drop, which often leads to fatigue, muscle cramps, and a decline in muscle strength, especially in the legs, the primary muscles used for daily mobility and balance. Have you ever noticed your legs feeling weaker or cramped after eating bananas or other sugary fruits? This experience is quite common among seniors but often overlooked. Blood sugar instability can impair the muscle's ability to function optimally, making even simple activities like walking, standing up, or climbing stairs more difficult and exhausting. According to the American Diabetes Association, nearly 100 million adults in the U.S. are living with diabetes or prediabetes, a clear indication of how widespread blood sugar regulation issues are, especially among the elderly population. When blood sugar levels fluctuate excessively, it not only impacts energy but also interferes with the body's muscle repair mechanisms. Muscles require stable energy and nutrients to maintain strength, and constant blood sugar spikes disrupt this process, which over time contributes to muscle deterioration and leg weakness. Additionally, excessive sugar intake promotes systemic inflammation, which accelerates muscle loss, a condition medically referred to as sarcopenia. Sarcopenia significantly affects seniors and is a major cause of reduced mobility and higher risk of falls. To illustrate, even well-known figures like former U.S. President Jimmy Carter have openly discussed the importance of careful diet management, including sugar intake, to maintain muscle strength and overall health as they age. While bananas offer beneficial nutrients like potassium, which helps prevent muscle cramps, consuming them without balancing with protein or healthy fats can lead to rapid blood sugar spikes and subsequent energy crashes. Therefore, It's not just about avoiding bananas but learning how to consume them wisely. Pairing bananas with nuts, yogurt, or other protein sources can slow the absorption of sugars and stabilize blood glucose levels. For seniors aiming to preserve leg strength and mobility, this kind of mindful eating is key. Instead of cutting out bananas entirely, understanding your body's response and moderating intake is the smarter approach. Next up, grapes. They may seem harmless, but their high sugar content can quietly worsen inflammation and muscle weakness. Grapes might seem like a harmless and delicious snack, but for seniors, especially those over 60, they can quietly contribute to muscle and joint issues. The primary concern with grapes lies in their high fructose content combined with low fiber. Fructose, a natural sugar found in fruits, is metabolized differently than glucose and, when consumed in excess, can promote systemic inflammation, a silent culprit behind muscle weakness and joint pain. Unlike fruits rich in fiber that slow sugar absorption, grapes don't offer much fiber to counterbalance their sugar load, resulting in faster sugar spikes and increased inflammation risk. Have you ever felt persistent itchiness or weakness in your calves or knees without an obvious cause? It could be related to chronic low-grade inflammation triggered by dietary choices, including consuming too many grapes. Research published by the National Institutes of Health highlights that chronic inflammation is linked to muscle deterioration and joint discomfort in older adults, conditions that often go unnoticed until they severely limit mobility. Interestingly, a study in the Journal of Nutrition found that diets high in fructose contribute to increased markers of inflammation and oxidative stress, factors known to accelerate muscle aging. This means that regularly eating grapes in large quantities might worsen symptoms like muscle pain, stiffness, and joint discomfort, especially around the calves and knees, which bear much of the body's weight and are crucial for walking and balance. Celebrities like actor Tom Hanks, who has openly shared his struggles with managing inflammation through diet and exercise, emphasize the importance of reducing high fructose foods to protect muscle and joint health. While grapes are packed with antioxidants and vitamins, seniors need to balance their benefits with the potential risks linked to their sugar content. So, how often do you include grapes in your diet? Are you mindful of how they affect your leg muscles or knee joints afterward? Monitoring these subtle signals is essential because inflammation can quietly weaken muscles over time, leading to increased pain and reduced mobility. For seniors wanting to maintain strong, healthy legs, cutting back on high fructose fruits like grapes or combining them with fiber-rich foods can help reduce inflammation and support muscle and joint health. Ultimately, though grapes are sweet and tempting, their high fructose content and lack of fiber can contribute to silent inflammation, weakening muscles, and causing painful joints in older adults. Being aware of this hidden effect is a crucial step toward better nutrition and healthier legs. Coming in at number 5 is watermelon. While refreshing, it lacks the nutrients needed to support strong muscles and can lead to energy crashes. Watermelon is often celebrated as a perfect summer fruit, refreshing, juicy, and hydrating. It's mostly water, about 90%, and contains natural sugars that provide a quick burst of energy. However, for seniors, especially those over 60, watermelon's nutritional profile can be a double-edged sword. While it helps with hydration, it is almost exclusively made up of sugar and water, lacking the vital nutrients necessary to sustain muscle strength and function. This imbalance can cause more harm than good, particularly when it comes to maintaining leg strength. Because watermelon has a very high glycemic index, eating it causes blood sugar to spike rapidly. This rapid increase is often followed by a sharp drop, leading to a quick loss of energy. Many seniors experience this as a sudden feeling of weakness or wobbly legs shortly after eating watermelon. Have you ever felt your legs suddenly lose strength or energy after enjoying a juicy slice? This reaction is related to the fruit's lack of essential nutrients like protein, magnesium, and calcium, minerals crucial for muscle repair and strength. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, unstable blood sugar levels in older adults can significantly impair muscle function, increasing the risk of falls and mobility challenges. Watermelon's sugar content, without accompanying fiber or protein, makes it difficult for the body to maintain steady energy levels. This can leave seniors feeling fatigued or unsteady on their feet, even after consuming what seems like a healthy snack. In contrast, athletes and fitness experts caution against relying solely on high glycemic foods like watermelon before physical activity because they provide only short-lived energy bursts. Instead, pairing watermelon with protein or healthy fats, like a handful of nuts or some Greek yogurt, can slow sugar absorption and provide sustained energy to muscles. For seniors, such mindful combinations are key to avoiding sudden energy crashes that can lead to leg weakness and instability. It's also worth noting that watermelon doesn't provide sufficient amounts of electrolytes such as magnesium or calcium, which are essential for muscle contraction and nerve function. Without these, muscles can become more prone to cramps and fatigue. As we age, the body's ability to retain these minerals diminishes, making nutrient-rich foods more critical than ever. So, while watermelon is great for hydration and occasional enjoyment, seniors should be cautious about eating large quantities on an empty stomach or without balancing it with other nutrient-dense foods. Have you tried pairing your watermelon with protein or nuts? This simple trick can make a big difference in maintaining leg strength and preventing that sudden slump in energy. Watermelon's high sugar and water content can cause rapid energy spikes followed by sudden crashes, leaving seniors' legs feeling weak and unstable. Being aware of these effects and making smart dietary choices can help you stay energized and maintain mobility for years to come. At number 4, we have oranges and orange juice. Their acidity and sugar levels can contribute to joint pain and decreased calcium absorption. Oranges and orange juice are widely celebrated for their bright flavor and impressive vitamin C content, often recommended as a natural way to boost immunity and overall health. However, for seniors, especially those over 60, consuming these citrus fruits excessively can pose hidden risks that affect bone and joint health. The main issue stems from their high acidity combined with significant natural sugar content. This acidic nature can interfere with the body's ability to absorb calcium, an essential mineral that maintains strong bones and healthy joints. Calcium absorption is crucial at any age, but especially for seniors who face an increased risk of osteoporosis, a condition characterized by fragile and brittle bones. The National Osteoporosis Foundation estimates that nearly 54 million Americans suffer from osteoporosis or low bone mass, with older adults being the most vulnerable group. When calcium absorption is compromised by dietary acids from frequent orange and orange juice consumption, bones can lose density faster, increasing fracture risk. Have you ever wondered if your diet might be silently affecting your bone strength? It's something worth considering, especially if you consume a lot of acidic fruits regularly. Beyond the bone impact, the high acid content in oranges and orange juice can exacerbate joint inflammation. Seniors often report pain and stiffness in their ankles and knees, two major weight-bearing joints essential for mobility and balance. Acidic foods can trigger low-grade inflammation in these joints, worsening discomfort and making movement more challenging. According to a study published in Arthritis Care and Research, diets high in acidic foods can increase markers of inflammation and worsen arthritis symptoms, leading to chronic joint pain and reduced function. Moreover, orange juice often contains added sugars beyond the natural fructose in the fruit, which can further contribute to systemic inflammation. While whole oranges offer fiber that slows sugar absorption and reduces acid spikes, juice lacks this benefit, making it a less ideal choice for seniors trying to manage inflammation and maintain healthy joints. Balancing citrus intake by consuming whole fruit rather than juice, and pairing it with calcium-rich foods such as leafy greens, dairy, or fortified alternatives, can help mitigate these negative effects. Even some well-known health advocates advise moderation when it comes to citrus fruit consumption in older adults. For example, nutritionists working with elderly populations often recommend limiting high-acid fruit intake to protect bone density and reduce joint pain risks. Overall, while oranges and orange juice provide essential vitamins and antioxidants, their acidity and sugar levels can lead to reduced calcium absorption and increased joint inflammation in seniors. This raises the risk of osteoporosis and painful conditions, particularly affecting the ankles and knees. Being aware of these effects and adjusting consumption habits can help you protect your bone health and keep your joints functioning smoothly well into later life. Number 3 is pineapple. Despite its tropical appeal, the acids and sugars in pineapple may damage cartilage and joints over time. Pineapple is often celebrated for its tropical flavor and rich vitamin content, especially vitamin C and manganese, which are essential for immune health and metabolism. However, despite its benefits, pineapple poses some hidden risks for seniors, particularly those over 60 who are concerned about maintaining strong, healthy joints. The primary issues are pineapple's high acidity and its substantial sugar content, both of which can negatively impact the cartilage and bones in leg joints when consumed frequently. The acidity in pineapple can be surprisingly damaging to joint cartilage, the flexible connective tissue that cushions bones where they meet at the joints. Cartilage degradation is a hallmark of osteoarthritis, the most common form of arthritis affecting millions of seniors worldwide. According to the Arthritis Foundation, osteoarthritis causes pain, stiffness, and decreased mobility, primarily in weight-bearing joints like the knees and ankles. This raises an important question. Have you ever considered that your favorite fruit might be contributing to joint discomfort or worsening arthritis symptoms? In addition to its acidity, pineapple contains high levels of fructose, a type of sugar that can exacerbate systemic inflammation when consumed in excess. Chronic inflammation accelerates cartilage breakdown and can also cause bone erosion around the joints, further compromising joint health. A study published in Clinical Nutrition demonstrated that diets high in sugar and acidic foods are linked to increased markers of inflammation, which in turn intensify joint pain and stiffness, especially among the elderly population. Interestingly, some health experts and well-known athletes emphasize the importance of avoiding high-acid and high-sugar foods like pineapple to protect joint health. For example, tennis legend Serena Williams has talked openly about dietary strategies to reduce inflammation and support joint function, highlighting the importance of moderation in consuming fruits like pineapple. Although pineapple contains bromelain, an enzyme praised for its anti-inflammatory and digestive benefits, the overall negative impact of its acidity and sugar often outweighs these positive effects if eaten too often. Bromelain can help reduce swelling, but if the fruit's acidity is contributing to cartilage damage, the net effect can still be harmful for seniors trying to preserve joint health. If you frequently enjoy pineapple and also experience leg joint pain or stiffness, it's worth reflecting on your diet. Could pineapple be playing a role in your discomfort? Simple dietary adjustments, such as reducing pineapple intake and pairing it with anti-inflammatory foods like leafy greens, fatty fish rich in omega-3s, or nuts, can help protect your joints and reduce inflammation. In conclusion, while pineapple is undeniably delicious and offers nutritional benefits, its high acidity and sugar content can contribute to the deterioration of cartilage and bones in leg joints when consumed regularly. For seniors looking to maintain mobility and joint health, being mindful of how much pineapple they eat and balancing it with anti-inflammatory foods is essential for long-term wellness. Runner-up is dried fruits like raisins and dates. Packed with concentrated sugars, they can promote chronic inflammation and reduce blood flow to the legs. Dried fruits like raisins, apricots, dates, and figs have long been popular as convenient, sweet snacks that seem like a healthy alternative to candy or processed sweets. Packed with vitamins and minerals, they are often promoted as nutritious. However, for seniors, especially those over 60, dried fruits can present hidden dangers that significantly affect leg health and overall mobility. The root of the problem lies in the drying process itself, which removes almost all the water content and concentrates the natural sugars exponentially, while also stripping away much of the fruit's fiber. Fiber is crucial because it slows the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream, preventing sharp spikes in blood glucose and insulin. Without this buffering effect, dried fruits cause rapid blood sugar surges, which over time lead to chronic low-grade inflammation in the body. This inflammation is a key driver of muscle weakness and poor circulation, two major factors that contribute to leg fatigue and mobility issues in older adults. Have you ever felt your legs become unusually tired or numb after snacking on dried fruits? That might be your body reacting to this inflammatory effect. A comprehensive report from the American Heart Association highlights that diets high in concentrated sugars can worsen systemic inflammation and impair microvascular function, the tiny blood vessels responsible for delivering oxygen and nutrients to muscles. For seniors, impaired circulation means that muscles in the legs receive less oxygen and fewer nutrients, making them weaker and more prone to cramps and pain. Moreover, high sugar intake from dried fruits can worsen insulin resistance, a condition common among older adults that further damages blood vessels and limits blood flow. This can lead to peripheral artery disease, PAD, where narrowed arteries reduce circulation to the legs. PAD is associated with pain, cramping, and significant mobility limitations. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, estimates that over 8 million Americans suffer from PAD, with older adults being disproportionately affected. Excess sugar from foods like dried fruits plays a notable role in the development and progression of this condition. Even though dried fruits are a natural product, their concentrated sugar content means they should be eaten sparingly, especially by seniors concerned about leg strength and vascular health. Fresh fruits, with their higher water content and intact fiber, offer a better balance of nutrients and energy release. Have you tried swapping dried fruits for fresh berries or apples? Many seniors report feeling more sustained energy and less leg discomfort after making this simple change. To sum up, while dried fruits may seem like a healthy snack, their high sugar concentration and lack of fiber can lead to chronic inflammation, muscle weakness, and reduced blood flow to the legs. For seniors, moderating dried fruit consumption is essential to maintaining strong muscles, healthy circulation, and overall leg mobility. And finally, the worst offender, canned fruits and syrup. Loaded with added sugars and preservatives, these can severely impact insulin sensitivity, bone density, and muscle strength. Canned fruits and syrup are often marketed as an easy and tasty way to enjoy fruit throughout the year. However, for seniors over 60, these sweetened canned goods can actually do more harm than good. The core problem lies in the excessive amounts of industrial sugars, preservatives, and additives they contain, as well as the fact that the fruit loses much of its original nutritional value during the canning process. Unlike fresh or even dried fruits, canned fruits in syrup offer very little real nutrition and carry significant health risks. One of the most concerning issues is the very high content of added sugars found in the syrup. These industrial sugars cause rapid spikes in blood glucose levels and promote insulin resistance, a condition where the body's cells no longer respond properly to insulin. Insulin resistance is a key factor in the development of type 2 diabetes, a disease affecting approximately 25% of Americans aged 65 and older, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC. Regularly consuming canned fruits in syrup can worsen insulin resistance, leading to chronic health problems and making it much harder to control blood sugar levels. Have you ever noticed feelings of fatigue or dizziness after eating sugary processed foods? This may be linked to the impact of these added sugars on your metabolism. Beyond its effects on blood sugar, the combination of preservatives and industrial sugars in canned fruits also fuels systemic inflammation. Chronic inflammation is well known for its damaging effects on bone health, leading to decreased bone density and increasing the risk of osteoporosis and fractures. The National Osteoporosis Foundation estimates that nearly 10 million Americans have osteoporosis, most of whom are seniors. Inflammation accelerates the breakdown of bone tissue, weakening bones and making them more susceptible to painful fractures. Could canned fruits in syrup be silently contributing to your bone weakness and joint pain? In addition to bone health, the high sugar and chemical content in canned fruits in syrup can impair nerve function, especially in the lower limbs. This can cause symptoms like numbness, tingling, muscle weakness, and painful cramps in the legs, problems that significantly reduce mobility and quality of life for older adults. These symptoms may be mistaken for normal aging, but diet often plays a critical role. If you or a loved one have experienced unexplained leg numbness or cramping after eating sugary or processed foods, this could be a warning sign linked to the harmful effects of canned fruit syrups. Furthermore, canned fruits typically lack the fiber and antioxidants found in fresh fruit, making them an unhealthy option for maintaining muscle strength and overall vitality. Fresh or frozen fruits without added sugar provide essential nutrients that help support muscle repair, reduce inflammation, and improve circulation. For example, swapping canned fruits for fresh berries or apples can reduce sugar spikes and supply your body with antioxidants proven to fight inflammation. As a final point, while canned fruits in syrup might seem convenient and delicious, their high industrial sugar content, preservatives, and lack of nutrients contribute to insulin resistance, decreased bone density, and nerve-related leg problems such as numbness, weakness, and cramps. For seniors striving to maintain leg strength and overall health, avoiding these processed fruits is a vital step toward a healthier, more active life. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. I hope you found these insights about the 7 fruits that could be harming your leg strength eye-opening and helpful. Remember, as we age, every small choice counts, especially when it comes to the foods we eat. Making simple changes, like avoiding these particular fruits, can have a huge impact on your mobility, balance, and overall quality of life. Your legs carry you through life's most important moments, from taking a stroll in the park to playing with your grandchildren. Protecting them means protecting your independence and freedom. If this video helped you, please take a moment to hit that like button, share it with family and friends who are over 60, and subscribe to Silvercare Daily so you won't miss out on our weekly health tips designed just for seniors. Also, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever noticed any connection between what you eat and how your legs feel? Or maybe you have some favorite leg-friendly foods you'd like to share? Drop your thoughts, questions, or experiences in the comments below. I read every single message, and your stories help our entire community. Finally, stay tuned because we've got a lot more practical, science-backed advice coming your way to help you stay strong, healthy, and independent for years to come. Until next time, take great care of your legs, keep moving, and remember, it's never too late to start making healthier choices. See you soon.